I spent countless nights scrolling, body exhausted, mind racing, convinced it was just anxiety. Until I realized my brain wasn't chasing answers. It was running from something far scarier. Silence itself. Let's go straight to the core. 1. I didn't notice it at first. Nothing dramatic happened. No panic. No obvious red flag. Just this quiet, persistent feeling that something was off. I'd sit alone in the dark, phone in hand, fully aware I was drained and needed rest. Yet I couldn't stop. My body screamed for sleep. My mind refused. Psychology calls this the familiarity bias. The brain craves what it knows, even when what it knows is discomfort. It would rather stay in the loop of unease than step into the unknown quiet. That was the first truth I ignored about my own mind. 2. For years, I blamed overthinking on fear of the future. But research shows something deeper. Overthinking isn't usually about solving problems. It's about manufacturing the illusion of control. When life feels uncertain, the brain replays scenarios endlessly, not to fix them, but to feel like it's doing something. Your mind would rather be busy and wrong than still and powerless. That night, the scrolling wasn't about curiosity. It was protection from the danger of silence. 3. There's something unsettling about true silence. Most people claim they love it. Very few can actually sit with it. Studies like the famous 2014 Just Think experiment show that when external stimulation vanishes, internal noise explodes. Thoughts get louder, memories flood back, unresolved emotions surface. That's why so many keep the TV or music on at night. Not for entertainment, but as a shield against their own head. Every time the room went quiet, I reached for my phone. Not from boredom, from fear. 4. Your brain is wired with negativity bias, an evolutionary leftover. It remembers threats far more vividly than comforts. Because in the wild, forgetting danger could kill you. In modern life, though, there's rarely real danger. So the brain invents it. One awkward text replays for weeks. A dozen good days vanish. That's why silence feels heavy. Your mind scans for threats. And when it finds none outside, it looks inside. 5. I started noticing how my mind actually spoke to me. It wasn't neutral. It wasn't fair. Most people don't hear thoughts as suggestions. They treat them as absolute truth. If your brain whispers, "You're falling behind," you don't question it. You accept it. But here's the unsettling reality. Thoughts are not facts. They are stories, interpretations. Your mind narrates constantly, and you rarely fact-check the narrator. 6. One night, I tried something radical. I stopped fighting the thoughts, stopped arguing, stopped believing them. I just watched. At first, it felt impossible, like betrayal. But then something shifted. The urgency faded. This is cognitive defusion from acceptance and commitment therapy. When you stop fusing with thoughts, they lose their grip. The mind shouts loudest when it thinks it's being obeyed. Observe it quietly, and it quiets. 7. Here's the final realization that changed everything. Your brain doesn't crave truth. It craves predictability, even if that prediction is painful. That's why people cling to toxic patterns, stay in draining situations, repeat the same mistakes. The familiar hurt feels safer than uncertain peace. And the deepest truth? Your identity isn't fixed. It's reinforced every time you repeat a behavior. You're not someone who overthinks. You're someone whose brain learned to overthink as a survival tool. What was learned can be unlearned. Peace doesn't come from controlling every thought. It comes from understanding why they show up and choosing not to give them all your attention. If you're still here, listening quietly, your mind is already calmer than you realized. That was the core. Comment below the number that hit hardest for you, 1 to 7, or just, I get it now. It helps more than you know.